What is up, console superstars, and how are you all doing today? I am hoping you guys are all having, if not going to have, a pleasant day and night. And today we are doing episode 2 of our Battle Royale series. Now we are 0-1 with the current team we are using, but we do have high hopes for ourselves as this is game number 2, and we do know that 2 L's equal elimination, and what that will allow us to do if we do end up losing is it gives us an opportunity to actually do a draft and make a video out of it, which will definitely be very interesting. Now here, guys, I don't know why I dove. I guess I was trying to tag him. I thought if I pressed R2 it would like sprint. I guess I've been playing too much Madden, honestly, and that's what I tried to do. Apparently he was trying to go home right here. Why? I don't know. And sometimes MLB The Show bugs out and they would call that safe, but I'm glad it worked in our favor. Right there, I got a single. Could have probably stretched it into a double, but I decided to actually just hold up there. Don't really know if I would have been safe or out. It would have definitely been a very, very close play at second base. And now we're batting with Alex Gordon, who has pretty good contact in my opinion. We are using zone, and the only thing I dislike about using zone, especially when I use it, this is just my personal opinion, is I always tend to get under the ball on purpose, just because I know if you get under the ball just a little bit, you generally tend to hit more dingers. Right there we had a check swing with Bryce Harper, but apparently it was a strike anyways, or at least I think it was a strike anyways. But our first batter actually got the stolen base, and that's what we wanted. Put him into scoring position with Yoenis Cespedes hitting, but unfortunately we weren't able to capitalize as we hit a pop-up to the second baseman. And this dude, unlike the first dude we faced, he was not as disciplined, but I don't want to say he was not disciplined. He was disciplined to a certain extent, but he would fall for the certain pitches that, you know, sometimes we throw. I was just baiting him with low changeups, high fastballs, and just throwing an occasional curveball in there. And I would change speeds in terms of whether I would throw 2 straight changeups, etc. Now, why he was bunting with 2 outs is out of my mind. I want to say I don't know why he would be bunting with 2 outs. Everything we're hitting right now, we're just getting under, and basically every time we've made contact so far in this game, besides that leadoff single, it's been a pop-up. So I'm obviously trying to fix that. I'm trying to get some dingers in here, maybe a single, a double, something along those lines. We strike out on a curveball with Salvador Perez, and now we are batting with Logan Forsythe here, and we're just trying to get a single. We get a pretty good pitch to hit, and we hit a line drive deep into left field. I thought it was gone, but it was right at the warning track. 358. He was able to catch it without a problem. We are playing at the New York Mets Stadium. I don't know if it's a good stadium to actually keep in the home runs, but since I saw that it did not have a high altitude, I said maybe it is. And right there we get a little easy, basically grounder to Salvador Perez, in which he was able to actually make the play without a problem. Now, I don't know if many of you actually have what is called fake throw on, but it is a function I use or enabled in MLB The Show 16, and sometimes when a runner is stealing a base, I have problems actually trying to shoot him out, because since I do have it enabled, the catcher does not throw the ball even if you are holding. It fakes the throw. Do I know why it happens? No, and it's out of my mind. We are leaving Tyler Clippard, which is a relief pitcher that I brought into pitch. We're going to allow him to actually hit because, of course, there was nobody on base, so I felt like it was not necessary to put a pinch hitter in. But then our leadoff hitter gets his second base hit of the day. So I wish we would have him hitting actually when we had some runners in scoring position. Alex Gordon gets another at bat, but he gets just a little bit under this one as well, as he hits a fly ball to center field, and we go on to the top of the 4th. Now this game was a pretty long game, guys. I can tell you that straight off the bat. There were a bunch of situations, scenarios in which I should have taken complete advantage of and should have tried to pull a trick up my sleeve or something along those lines to try and get myself a run, which is definitely what we both needed. Here he tried to bunt with Odor, but Salvador Perez is right there to make the out. Now, I don't really know why, but sometimes in MLB The Show, it just lags a lot. and this time we hit a bomb with Bryce Harper, and apparently this was just at the warning track as well, near the 358, so unfortunately we were unable to do much with Bryce. But then the next hitter, we get Yoenis Cespedes, and he hits a single without a problem. So once again, we are in good hands, and we have Kyle Schwarber hitting. He gets a high fastball, which he gets severely under, and hits a pop-up to the catcher for the second out of the inning. And now hitting is Salvador Perez, looking for a single right here, and he hits a ground ball to the third baseman, who guns him out without a problem at first base. So we move on to the top of the fifth, and I'm pretty sure there came a scenario where I was just caning this dude left and right. Not here, of course, because Salvador Perez gets the ground ball and he guns him out at first. And 0-2 count now. Don't really know who's hitting for him. I would say maybe that's Alex Gordon, but yes, it looked like it was actually Alex Gordon. So he had an Alex Gordon too. Logan Forsythe gets under a ball, and he hits a pop-up to the second baseman, who was right there to make the out. So Odor was there to make the play for him. Then we have Yunel Escobar hitting for us. I really like how big the zone was with him. It clearly tells that he is a good contact hitter. He hit a line drive up the middle, and I don't know why the dude was shooting first base, but he did. Now, the reason I kept Tyler Clippard is because, one, I wanted to sacrifice Bunt. Two, I expected Yunel Escobar to actually arrive at the base safely, but unfortunately the ball was thrown too high, so that was a very good strategic play by him. And then we pitch it to him. He hits a enormous fly ball, but I don't know what it is about Citi Field in general, but it doesn't seem like you can hit a lot of dingers there. Now, I thought it was going to switch me to Tyler Clippard, and it didn't. So I was running forward as if it was Tyler Clippard, and this is where you guys get to see. I have fake throw on, so I would think that it would throw instantly to third base, but instead it did not. And if it would have thrown instantly, I'm pretty positive that we would have gunned out Odor and would have prevented this from happening in general. But we do get the out at home. I don't know exactly how. It didn't even seem like Broxton actually tried to tag the runner, but we did get the out, so we were pretty happy about that. And then our leadoff hitter comes to hit once again, but this time he's not so lucky, as he hits a pop-up to the catcher, and that is the first out of the inning. Alex Gordon then comes, and Alex Gordon has been making great contact, definitely displaying some power right there. But unfortunately, he's hitting the ball to some of the deepest parts of Citi Field. Then comes Bryce Harper. Right now, we decided that maybe it's best to also start swinging with contact, so we start swinging with O as well. Then he gets a little single right there, and Yoenis Cespedes unfortunately misplays the ball, but he has a cannon. He shoots it to second base, but the runner is there without a problem. So now we are in trouble because we have a runner on third base or second base with only one out. He goes to steal the bag, and he plays the perfect bunt right there. I was trying to see if he was trying to go home, which he did actually move a little bit. If we would have shot there, we probably would have had a chance of gunning him out, maybe. Who knows? But there's always that daredevil that would not run back. He goes in this at bat and hits Yoenis Cespedes. I decided to actually bunt with Kyle Schwarber. Don't really know why he shot second base, but he did. So we have runners on first and second, and we're feeling pretty good about ourselves. This looks like the inning where we can make something happen, and don't really know what happened to him right there. I guess he didn't really think we were stealing. And then we had runners on first and second, or second and third. We strike out with Salvador Perez. Then comes Logan Forsythe. He hits a fly ball, which I thought was going to be deep enough to actually score the run, but it was right to Logan Forsythe, or right to the shortstop. Why am I saying Logan Forsythe? And then we had Yunel Escobar come hit, and this time it wasn't so lucky for him, as he hits a ground ball to the third baseman. So we could have definitely bunted maybe with the second hitter and tried to maybe work a squeeze, but unfortunately it didn't work for us. And I had learned my lesson from last time and decided to just throw first instead of chasing the runner right here. He bunts, but we get the ball off of the wall, and we gun him out at first base without a problem here as well. Then we leave Broxton to actually hit, and he hits it up the middle. And to myself, I'm saying maybe if he didn't have zero speed, it would have actually been a much closer play. Then our leadoff hitter comes to hit again. I believe his name is Dante. Don't know his last name exact, but he hits a pretty solid line drive, but unfortunately it wasn't a base hit. Alex Gordon comes in and hits a ground ball to the first baseman for the final out of the play, and we move on to the top of the ninth where we strike out his first batter. We go to face his second batter, and he hits a pop-up that Salvador Perez is right there to make the play. So there are 2 gone in this inning without a problem, and we are heading into the bottom of the ninth with this strikeout right here. So we're doing a pretty good job in terms of pitching. Now in terms of hitting, we've been making contact the whole game. We just have not been finding the spots or even capitalizing when we do have opportunities to actually drive in runs. Meaning that when we have runners in scoring position, we are not doing what needs to be done. And there are 3 outs right there, and we head to the top of the 10th. So full count. I want to strike him out right here, but Broxton is getting tired. He walks the first batter. The dude is stealing second base, and Broxton has the range apparently to actually get the runner out at first. He probably could have taken third considering the third baseman ran in. You guys are telling me I did not tag the runner. Guys, just look at that. It said I did not tag the runner. I was so surprised right there. Then we get a line drive. Bryce Harper catches it, and I doubt you want to run a Bryce Harper. So he tags up, but what he didn't notice, or I didn't notice until too late, was that he actually also ran with the first base runner, so we were able to pick him off at first base and get the third out of the inning. Then we have Salvador Perez running to second base on a steal, and he tries to gun him out at second base, and Salvador Perez arrives safely. Then we have Yunel Escobar, who hits a little chopper back up to the pitcher, and this time he chooses wisely and guns him out at first base. And then we come in with a bunt and win the game. So if you guys enjoyed this Battle Royale episode, make sure you guys thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget to like the video as well, and as always, have a great day and night. Stay positive, keep on grinding, keep on smiling, and I'll catch you all in the next one.